Hello everyone, welcome to the 2020 edition of the Tiqets Remarkable Venue Awards. My name is Luis Bracamontes and I'll be your host for the evening. This is our fourth annual awards ceremony, and for the first time, we're bringing together venues from all 6 markets to celebrate together as a global industry. I'm coming to you from our headquarters in Amsterdam, where every room is inspired by one of our venues. And behind me, you can see the Night Watch from Rijksmuseum. But we have colleagues on the line from all over the world: Paris, London, Rome, Barcelona, and New York City today. And of course, viewers watching from all over the world. This evening is about celebrating the best museums and attractions from all over the globe, so we can end a challenging year, to say the least, feeling inspired. So we'll start the evening very shortly, but first, quickly, let's run through some logistical information about how we can interact on a Zoom webinar. First thing, if you have questions for Tiqets, you can submit them through the chat function button at the bottom right of the Zoom window. And you can make sure you select Tiqets if you want to directly message the host or the team. Or you can message all attendees to communicate with everyone while watching from home. Finally, the award ceremony will be recorded, and we'll be sharing this recording with you in the coming days. That way, the lucky winners online can make their friends, family, and everyone else watch this moment in the spotlight over the holidays. So, the agenda for the evening will be as follows. We'll kick off the evening with an introduction from our Chief Supply Officer and co-founder, Maarten Rijmakers. Then, we will hear from our keynote speaker of the evening, producer, travel writer, and ace in the travel and tourism industry, Simon Calder from the UK. See, his talk titled "It Can Only Get Better" will share his view of 2021 and beyond, including never before heard predictions for the next decade in travel through 2030. And last but certainly not least, the moment you've all been waiting for, we'll announce the winners of the 2020 Remarkable Venue Awards. There are 7 award categories with a winner in each of the 6 markets joining us tonight. All of them based on Tiqets customer review data, or for the 2 application-based awards, a panel of industry experts. So it's going to be an action-packed hour. So without further ado, I'm happy to hand over the stage to Maarten Rijmakers to kick us off.
So thank you, Luis, for this great introduction. So for you who do not know me, a brief intro. My name is Maarten Rijmakers. I'm one of the co-founders of Tiqets, and I'm responsible for the supply part of our business. I oversee all of our regional supply teams with whom a lot of you are in day-to-day contact. To give you a short intro to the 2020 Tiqets Remarkable Venue Awards, I wanted to briefly go back to the idea behind this award ceremony. As some of you might know, over the past few years, we've held these Remarkable Venue Awards in cities around Europe and the US. We started off in Paris, then moving on to Barcelona, Rome, Amsterdam, Berlin, Vienna, London, and New York. Each evening was for us a moment to thank all of you for being our partners and working with us. We shared joint successes, we presented some new ideas and developments, and we also learned from each other and of course celebrated with a nice glass of champagne. An important moment for us in every year, because it was a moment to thank you, our partners, with whom we could not have built this great company Tiqets is right now. And for us, this partnership is really like a marriage. You know, it's not only being there for each other in the good times, but also in the bad times. You don't give up, you look after each other and help when times get tough. because we know that after such difficult times, will always be another moment to enjoy and celebrate again. And we can certainly say that for our industry, 2020 has been a very difficult moment. It has been a year where many of you had to close their doors for a long period of time. Staff was on furlough or is maybe still on furlough, and sales were, of course, at an all-time low. But again, let's look at this from a really positive perspective. We know that things will get better, and we as Tiqets are dedicated to help you to come out of this crisis stronger than ever together with us in 2021. So this evening marks a moment where we can again celebrate together. Unfortunately, not in person, but our intentions are really the same. We want to thank all of you, congratulate our nominees and winners that showcase some of the best of the industry and have shown some great resilience in coping with this global crisis. So I would like to say cheers to all of you. Let's celebrate on the year 2021 as a year of great recovery for our industry and our partnership. So that's it for me. Now it's my great pleasure to introduce to you our keynote speaker, Simon Calder. Simon became a travel editor for The Independent in 1994, and soon afterwards he began presenting for BBC Two's travel show. In 2003, he became a regular presenter for the holiday program on BBC One, and in 2007, he presented the last film in the final program of this series, which had run for 37 years. So tonight we thought it was important to take a moment to reflect on the unusual year that was, but also all the exciting growth the travel industry has in store next year and beyond. So I'm really, really pleased to bid farewell to 2020 with some much needed comedic relief with Simon's keynote, Things Can Only Get Better. Simon, on to you.
Much indeed. It's a pleasure to see you all, and a very good evening to Europe, a very good afternoon to London, and a very good morning to the United States. Yes, as Martin very kindly said, I am effectively somebody who, while you are working incredibly hard, spends their day on holiday pretending to work. I want, though, to have a look into the future because, as Martin was saying, things are going to get much better. I predict that 2020s as a decade will be the best ever for tourism, largely thanks to your efforts. You are all doing remarkable jobs in incredibly difficult circumstances, and your reward will come. Meanwhile, I'm having a really, really tough time, ladies and gentlemen. There I was doing a little bit of filming off the coast of Malta, had to go to the Grand Place in Brussels to taste some beer. That was fairly arduous. After that, it was a fly drive around Cuba, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and then drifting downstream in the wonderful southwest of China. Worst of all, I think, in the very arduous so-called career that I've had was drifting around Sydney Harbour, being massaged by lovely Nadine while talking nonsense to a BBC camera. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a very tough job, but somebody has to do it. Oh, and this isn't quite what you think. I was actually invited to the awards evening for the not very remarkable venues, and there was simply no atmosphere. Sorry. So I'm so excited, but I'm also so apologetic. As we were hearing, you are going to get an absolute world preview of what the 2020s will bring for the world, for the cultural world, for the fantastic ruins to roller coasters world of Tiqets. This is an exclusive piece of work that nobody else has seen and which I have prepared especially for you at this great ceremony. But I do also have an exclusive announcement. I'm speaking to you from London, and I can apologise on behalf of the British people for Brexit. It's 4.5 years, ladies and gentlemen, since the British people, I don't know what they were smoking, decided that they were going to not be part of the European Union. We have another 3 weeks until 2021 when we are finally going, everybody, and we still don't know what will happen. I can, though, make one firm prediction, which is that the pound, which has been pretty pathetic, will sink still further. So I predict that you will be able to get more than £1 for each euro. So a good time perhaps to go to the UK. And yes, I'm very sorry on behalf of the British people. You might have heard that this evening Boris Johnson is going to Paris to meet Ursula von der Leyen, the head of the European Commission. Who knows where it will end? It's exhausting, but there's so much to celebrate elsewhere. So from Amsterdam, of course, you can go to the capital of the world's most popular country. That is, of course, France. Hasn't had a great year, but it will do in future. And one reason it's going to do really well in future, I think, is because on the 23rd of January, yes, so about 6 weeks' time, we should see finally the opening of the Francois Pinault Museum. This is an extraordinary thing. If you recognize that building, it is the former stock exchange, the Bourse de Commerce. And the idea is that you will be able to go into this wonderful building, which has been dramatically changed by the great Japanese architect Tado Ando. It's got a giant cylinder you can see nesting in the atrium. And best of all, the celebrity chef Michel Brass will be opening a restaurant at the museum. So it is going to be yet one more reason to head back to Paris. And let's hope on behalf of our great colleagues and friends, partners in Paris, that and the rest of France, of course, that we do get an end to the current lockdown, as we call it, by the 15th of January, which is when I believe it ends. Time to go to the Netherlands, of course, the home country of Tiqets. But while Amsterdam is, from many points of view, the greatest city in Europe in terms of being on a wonderfully human scale and in terms of the sheer wealth of cultural gems, I must say that I spend quite a lot of time trying to persuade people to go to Rotterdam as well. It is a glorious city and has an extraordinary skyline, as you can see. And from next year, it will also have a fantastic new addition. What you will see is the great, and forgive my pronunciation, everybody in the Netherlands, this is the Depot Boijmans van Beuningen. Now, it looks a bit like a spaceship that's landed in the city, but instead of aliens, it is going to house art. The depot is the very first art storage facility in the world that offers access to a museum's complete collection. So there will be inside 150,000 works of art. You can explore them with or without a guide. You can get behind the scenes glimpses of conservation and restoration at work. And one more great reason to include the Netherlands' second city in your travel plans. And while you're there, of course, go to Den Haag, go to Groningen, go to anywhere in the Netherlands. A wonderful country for traveling, even if you are a British person and you only have pounds to spend. Well, this great event is about a train. Yes, not a cultural opening, but one which is going to make a great deal of difference to people who are traveling between the great two cultural hubs of Spain. You know that Madrid and Barcelona are already connected by a fantastic AVE high-speed train in about 2.5 hours. Well, what's going to happen from 2021 is that you will be able to get a low-cost version as little as €5. Like so many things, this was due to start in 2020, but it was slightly postponed. It should be starting in the spring, and when it does, it will provide the perfect cultural link between Spain's twin creative hubs. So I'm looking forward to traveling on it very much indeed. Oh no, we're in Britain. Now, I'm just showing you this map because it shows what life is going to be like for British people, for trucks going to uh, France, into Belgium, into anywhere else in Europe. Um, this looks like a very bad wartime diagram. It is not. It is exactly what the government is putting out to warn people that we may just turn into one great traffic jam. This is all to do with the county of Kent down here in the bottom right hand side. It simply cannot cope. And so the government has very kindly come up with a plan for where the trucks should go when it all goes wrong. It's just an astonishing national humiliation. And I'm sure that by the time you want to come to the UK, you will be able to arrive quite smoothly, whether that's by train or by air. And the reason you might want to come here is a great new development. This is the Museum of the Home. Very appropriate given that the UK has decided to leave the rest of Europe behind and stay at home. It's in the Hoxton area of the capital, London. The date hasn't been chosen yet. You can see it's actually in 300-year-old almshouses. So it's going to be a great reason to come here. And while you can profit from the fantastic low value of the pound, everyone with euros or dollars is going to be a king in the UK next year. Remember that if you're coming from Europe, you have to arrive with a passport from October onwards. It will not be sufficient anymore to have any kind of identity card. You will need a passport. Sorry, it wasn't my idea. Oh, let's go to the US, which at the moment, and good morning to our great friends in America. Of course, at the moment, anybody from Europe, whether that's the Schengen area, whether it's the UK, Ireland, anywhere, is not allowed to go to America. But I will be heading there just as soon as I can. And my prediction for the cultural hotspot in 2021 is going to be the ninth largest city in the small and, forgive me, inconsequential state of Arkansas. The town is, or the city is Bentonville. It's the birthplace and galactic headquarters of Walmart. And they have made billions of pounds, of course, and some of those billions are going into the momentary. This is, again, something which actually has opened in 2020, but the vast majority of international visitors will not be able to get there until 2021. There's a great exhibition opening on the 20th of February. Derek Adams. It's all about the Green Book, which is the travel guide that was written to help African Americans to navigate around the world, around the south of the United States. So well worth going to that. Bentonville, Arkansas, the momentary. And one more, I think this is possibly going to be the great opening of the decade. It is in Africa, it's in Egypt, it is the Grand European Museum. And forgive me, the Grand Egyptian Museum. It's got an incredible breadth and depth of human creativity. It also has a fantastic view of the pyramids. And from sometime in the 2020s, it will be connected by subway, by metro train, with the rest of Cairo. So I can't wait to go there either. So that's what's in store for you for 2021. We got to rattle through the rest of the decade at 1 year per minute. Let's see how we get on. Well, 2022, the Nordic region's largest art museum should finally be open. It's running 2 years late at the moment. Art, architecture and design all under one roof in a spectacular new location for the National Museum of Norway, right by the harbour in Oslo, or Oslo, since it is so delayed. It's enough to make you scream. And Edvard Munch's celebrated painting of that name will be back on display, but not until then. Ah, 2023 is my estimate for when the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art will finally open in Los Angeles. It's cost George Lucas $2 billion of his fortune. So it is quite a spectacular location. And I think it is one of those cultural venues, a bit like the Guggenheim in Bilbao, where the structure, which is topped by a large greenery filled terrace, you will notice, is going to be as important as the work it contains. And by the way, it's going to have some very impressive works from Renoir to Rockwell, and an in-depth exploration of all facets of cinematic art. So get to Los Angeles 2023. We're back in Paris. Now, the reason we are here is that I have studied all the travel patterns that happen with Olympic years, and it goes going back to Sydney in 2000, followed by Athens 2004, Beijing 2008, London 2012, Rio 2016. It always goes like this. Every hotelier in Paris is going to think, aha, we can charge a fortune. Every airline flying into Paris is going to think we can make a mint on these fantastic events. And some people will be paying a vast fortune. But if you, like me, just wait until maybe 6 weeks beforehand, you can be absolutely sure that normal tourism to Paris will collapse during the Olympic Games, which means there will be great opportunities for seeing all kinds of fantastic museums, galleries, cultural icons without the usual crowds. So I can't wait, frankly, for that. And I urge you to go there. You might also want to do the same, by the way, next year in Tokyo, when the 2020 Olympics will be happening, just a little behind time. You'll be able to get into these great fondations funded by very rich corporations. There you have the great Olympic, forgive me, you have the Fondation Louis Vuitton, and that is going to be joined very soon, we hope, by the Fondation Pernod Ricard. That is the current state of events, but it will be finished, I'm sure, in 4 years from now. Moving across quickly into Germany. This is the heart of the one of the oldest Jewish neighborhoods in Europe, the oldest north of the Alps. It hopes to be in the running for a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This is the Kahal Colonia, center of Cologne, dates back to the 11th of century, when it was one of the most important cities in the world. I think culturally, Cologne still very much is. And there's a Jewish museum known as the Mikwa, which is under construction. And by the way, 3 years after that, so in 2028, Berlin's new Museum of Modern Art is going to open. Another reason to get there. Now, 2026, I just want to tell you that the greatest eclipse of your lifetime, ladies and gentlemen, if you happen to be in the southern part of Europe, is coming your way. This is in August, at the height of the European vacation season. A total eclipse of the sun is going to sweep down, and it's going to begin in the Arctic, cross Greenland, but then just at the time you and I will be going out for tapas in Bilbao, it will arrive there. It will then cut across to Zaragoza, and Valencia in mainland Spain, and then finally head across to Palma. Huge opportunities to build a cultural itinerary with added astronomy. Now, 2027 is my estimate of when I shall be in Saudi Arabia. This is because by then the Jeddah Tower should be open. It is due to dwarf the Burj Khalifa, currently the highest building in the world, which is in Dubai, of course. It's going to stand 1 kilometer high. Extraordinary. The observation deck is going to be about 2/3 of the way up. It will also house the highest hotel in the world. And let us hope that perhaps by then Saudi Arabia is a beacon of tolerance to us all. 2028, and beautiful British cities. On your left, you have Oxford. On your right, you have Cambridge, and they will very simply be connected by rail by then. So you can have walking tours on the same day in both great cities, as well as appreciating dozens of other cultural venues. Ah, now 2029. Oh, this is a wonderful part of the world, a completely overlooked city. I think you can see Fremantle in the foreground and the city of Perth in the background. And it's the 200th anniversary of the Swan River Colony, as it was originally known when the British took it over, as we are prone to do. And it's the wild west of Australia. Of course, you may already know the bell tower, but there's the Maritime Museum out in Fremantle as well. And as one departing mariner's message reads, farewell to the miserable Southland. Well, it's not miserable anymore. And finally, with 1 minute to go, ladies and gentlemen, I imagine that the most astonishing building in Europe, which of course is the Sagrada Familia, should be well and truly completed by then. It's been fascinating during my lifetime to see Antoni Gaudi's structure so completely transformed. And I think it's probably the world's most extraordinary spiritual and architectural journey. I've thoroughly enjoyed the ride. But something else really important is happening just south of uh, us in Europe. This is the Great Green Wall. This is planting millions of trees right across Africa. It is going to transform the Sahel, which is the region at the south of the Sahara Desert, and it is going to build resistance to climate change. It should also create 10 million jobs, some of them in tourism, and it will hopefully bring people to see the changing face of Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute pleasure talking to you this afternoon, this evening, this morning. Over the next decade, remember, the world has never been safer. There is so much for you and I to celebrate out there. I look forward to seeing you on the road. Meanwhile, if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do. There it is, Simon Calder. The R's fallen off a little bit. And I will bid you a very good evening. Congratulations to all the finalists. It's been an absolute pleasure to see you. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you. And back to you, Luis. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everyone, and thank you very much, Simon, for that wonderful speech. I personally was thrilled seeing Rotterdam mentioned, and I know many of us have only looked to the future as far as to when the vaccine will be distributed, so it's incredibly inspirational to see the entire decade of opportunities that lie ahead. So now, the moment we've all been waiting for, let's discover the 2020 Remarkable Venue Awards winners. This year, we have 7 categories up for grabs. The following 5 award categories are all selected based on more than 750,000 customer reviews on Tiqets.com. We have Best Museum, Best Attraction, Best Landmark, Best On-Site Experience, and last but not least, Most Remarkable Venue. Now, the nominees all had an impressive star rating and were crowd favorites, attracting frequent visitors even with some capacity restrictions. The winners were awarded based on the best customer review ratings. And let's just say, like, this year, we also introduced 2 new awards to the ceremony: Most Innovative Venue and Best Hidden Gem. We've really loved seeing so many creative applications come in from these awards for more than 70 museums and attractions. The winners for these 2 awards have been selected by our panel of 15 tourism industry experts that you can see on screen now. Each venue was assessed by 2 objective regional experts, such as bloggers, DMO representatives, journalists, including our global judge, Douglas Quimby, the CEO of Arrival. All winning venues will receive a trophy in the mail in the coming weeks, and the tickets marketing package valued at 5,000 euros to help you bounce back even stronger in 2021. So, without further ado, I'll pass it on to our lovely regional teams who will be presenting each of the award categories this evening. First up, we're going to discover the best museums of 2020 with my colleague Kim in France.
Thanks, Luis. Hi, everyone. I'm Kim. I'm the regional manager for France, coming for you from Paris. It's my pleasure this evening to introduce the nominees for the best museum. Bonsoir et bonjour à tous. Je suis Kim, Regional Manager pour la France, et c'est un plaisir de vous présenter les nominés pour la catégorie du meilleur musée. The Best Museum Awards recognize best museums and art galleries featured on Tiqets.com. Any type of museums and art galleries are featured on this in this category, regardless of fame or sizes, as long as they've gathered outstanding visitors' reviews. So now let's watch a short video to introduce this year's nominees. So wonderful to see such a fantastic collection of museums all over the world. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for. I'm pleased to announce this year's winner. So let's open the envelope. First up in France, the winner is Musée des Confluences. In Italy, congratulations to the Peggy Guggenheim collection. In the Netherlands, the winner is the Van Gogh Museum. In Spain, congratulations to the Salvador Dali House Museum. In the UK and Ireland, the winner is the Glasnevin Cemetery Museum in Ireland. And last but not least, the USS Midway Museum is the winner in the US. So congratulations to all the winners. We've prepared a short video for the winning venues to highlight their achievements and hear directly from the visitors who visited those places this year and that loved their experience. After this video, my colleague Linda in the Netherlands will take over and share the next award. Au revoir.
Hi everyone, I'm Linda. I'm the regional manager for the Netherlands, Belgium and Luxembourg. Hi iedereen, ook vanuit Nederland. Welkom allemaal en zo leuk om jullie op deze manier te zien. It's my pleasure to introduce the nominees for Best Attraction Awards. We are honoring the best attractions, which goes from theme park to zoos, aquariums, normal parks, gardens, arenas and stadiums. And all nominees are of course based on the customer reviews. So without further ado, let's introduce this year's nominees. Now that's an amazing list of nominees if you ask me. So without further ado, I am happy to announce the winners for Best Attraction Awards. First up, we have France. Congratulations to Puy de Fou for winning this award. Next up, we have Italy. The winner is Parco Giardino Sigurta. And then the Netherlands. Gefeliciteerd voor the Johan Cruijff Arena here in Amsterdam. For Spain, this year, we actually have a tie between the customer reviews. So I'm more than happy to congratulate, first of all, Camp Now, and second of all, Ideal Centre d'Art Digitals. And then there's also a clear theme going on this year, because for the UK and Ireland, congratulations to the Stamford Bridge Stadium Tour. And last but not least, for the US, congratulations to the Aquarium of the Pacifics. Congratulations to all the winners. I'm so happy to see you all in real life one day. Now, we will celebrate, of course, with a small video, and then I will gladly give this honor to my Italian colleague Nadia to announce the next award.
Hi everyone, my name is Nadia and I'm the regional manager of Italy, coming to you from the most beautiful city in the world, Rome. Ne approfitto per salutare i tantissimi partner italiani che ci stanno seguendo. Non vediamo l'ora di brindare insieme a voi il prossimo anno al prossimo evento reale, basta eventi virtuali. Sorry for the short interruption, and it's a great pleasure to me this evening to introduce you the nominee for the best landmark. This category includes venues such as places of worship like cathedral, churches, castle, palace, observation deck, and iconic landmark. I'm excited to share with you this year's nominees for Best Landmark. Please play the video. Another incredible group of venues, but which were our customers' favorite experience? Oh, I just got the card with the winners. So without further ado, the winners are for France, the Chateau Royal d'Amboise. Hope the accent was fine, otherwise I'm really sorry. And then in Italy, the prize goes to Palazzo Ducale in Venice. In Netherlands, congratulations to the Skyview de Pierre. Again, sorry for my accent if it wasn't good. Then let's move on with Spain. The winner is Casa Vicent. UK and Ireland, congratulations to St. Paul Basilica. Let's end with the US. The prize goes to the Link Eye Roller. Congratulations, everyone. Like we have done with the other two awards, prior we have prepared a short video. Then I'll pass it on to my colleague Claire in the UK to announce the next award. Ciao a tutti!
Hi everyone. Wow, what an act to follow, hey? I'm Claire, I'm the account manager for UK and Ireland, and it's my pleasure this afternoon to be introducing the nominees for the Best Onsite Experience Award. This category recognises the best on-site experience based on feedback from visitors on tickets.com and really looks at things like staff interaction and the information available within the venues. We really want to honour not just the venue, but also the incredible team behind the scenes, working behind the scenes. So let's have a look at 2020's Best On-Site Experience nominees. There's some fantastic attractions there, and this year in particular, providing that remarkable on-site experience amidst the ever-changing regulations and lockdowns and restrictions is no mean feat. So really hats off to all the nominees. But without further ado, let's have a look at who our visitors thought did this best. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a golden envelope, so I have to rely on my trusty notepad. But the winners are, for France, Dali Paris. Italy, it's the Catacombs of San Gennaro. In Netherlands, the winner is Ripley's Believe It or Not Amsterdam. In Spain, the winner is Albaola, the Sea Factory of the Basques. For UK and Ireland, the winner is the Irish Whiskey Museum. And finally, last but not least, the winner in the USA is the Titanic Museum attraction. So huge congratulations to all the winners there. Similarly, we'll watch a quick video honouring all the winners, and then I'll pass you over to my colleague in Spain, Jaume, who will introduce the two application-based award winners.
Hi everyone, my name is Jaume and I'm the regional manager for Spain, and I'm live from Barcelona, the most wonderful city in the universe. So it's my pleasure this evening to introduce the nominees for our two new application-based awards, for which we received an impressive number of over 70 applications. First of all, allow me to switch just for a moment to Spanish to greet our local partners. Buenas tardes a todos nuestros partners en España. Muchas gracias por acompañarnos hoy. Espero que bien pronto podamos volver a hacer nuestro evento y abrazarnos todos y tomar una copa como toca. Pero mientras tanto, mucha suerte a todos los que hoy nos seguís. So let's start with the most innovative venue award. This award celebrates the venues that responded quickly and creatively to each new challenge posed by COVID-19, which are a lot, as we know. The winners for this award were chosen based on assessments from our panel of 15 regional and global judges. Competition was tight for this award, with examples of the innovations from venues, including extensive staff training and new staff roles to make the visitor experience even better and safer, redesigning the entire venue experience beyond what was required for safety, and even creating an immersive online version of their in-person experience in a matter of months. Every single museum and attraction in the world had to innovate this year, as we know, but these are the venues that really went above and beyond with their creative thinking to reach customers during shutdown and reopen better than ever. I don't have an envelope because I was so anxious to see the winners that I had to open it before, but I'm going to announce them right now. For France, the winner of the most innovative venue is Crazy Horse, Paris. For Italy, Circo Massimo Experience. For the Netherlands, the winner is the Rijksmuseum Mau de Slot. For Spain, the winner, el ganador, es el Museo Nacional Thyssen-Bornemisza. For the UK and Ireland, Sherlock, the official live game. And for the US, the Moth Museum. We're going to see a little bit of why these venues deserve such a rewarding award with the next video that showcases a little bit of these amazing venues. Hello again. So we continue live from Barcelona. I hope you are all feeling inspired after seeing the creative thinking brought to life. And now we'll move on to our other application-based award, which is Best Hidden Gem. I have to say, I especially love this award. It is focused on recognizing a venue which is outstanding, unique, or special. And this category highlights lesser known and more niche museums and attractions to travelers the world over. The judges went through all the applications for this award this year and selected an impressive group of winners. Let's go and find out who they are. For France, Paris Musée, Musée de la Vie Romantique. For Italy, the winner is Parco Archeologico di Rudia. For the Netherlands, the winner is Museum. For Spain, the winner is Figli Museum. For the UK and Ireland, the winner is Sportboat Tours. And last but not least, for the USA, Artex House. Congratulations to these winners, whose applications really embodied the spirit of this award and impressed our judges. Before we take a moment to see the winners of the video, on behalf of Tiqets, I really like to thank all the applicants who signed in to win one of these awards, and the judges especially, who carefully reviewed each application to make sure the award went to the most deserving candidate. Now let's discover a little bit of these hidden gems that we encourage you to visit next year. And after that, my beautiful colleague Gina in New York City will present the last award for the evening, the award we've all been waiting for, the most remarkable venue.
Hi, everyone. My name is Gina Fitzpatrick, Senior Regional Manager in the United States, coming to you live from New York City. Quick shout out to my friends at Intrepid Museum, Empire State Building, 360 Chicago, Hudson Yards, Skydeck Chicago, Field Museum, 9/11 Memorial Museum, and so much more. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce the nominees for Most Remarkable Venue. This award is presented to venues that are true fan favorites. All types of venues qualify for this award, with nominations based on the size of audience a venue draws and their ability to thrill customers with the experience they offer. The winners for this award are based on the most popular and best reviewed venues on Tiqets.com. I'm thrilled to introduce the 2020 nominees for Most Remarkable Venue. So many iconic venues are up for this award, and now it's time to see who received the most enthusiastic visitor reviews in 2020. For the last time this evening, I'll announce the winners. Here are the most remarkable venues in the world. France, Musée du Quai Branly Jacques Chirac. Italy, Aquario de Genova. Netherlands, Efteling. Spain, Sagrada Familia. UK and Ireland, Jameson Distillery Bow Street. US, the Museum of Modern Art. Congratulations to you all. Let's enjoy a final video highlighting visitor reviews of these world-class venues, and then I'll pass it back to you, Louise, who'll wrap up the evening and share even more to look forward to in 2021.
Thanks, Gina, and a heartfelt congratulations to all the winners tonight, really, and also to all the museums and attractions that were nominated. Congratulations. It's been a challenging year for everyone in the industry, to say the least. So to have earned this recognition from your visitors is quite a testimony to the industry's strength and your own perseverance and hard work. So to all the winners, we'll be in touch in the coming days to deliver your trophy and your prize. And wait, we also have a surprise in store. The Remarkable Venue Awards aren't over, at least not just yet. Now that we've announced the winners in each region, for the first time ever, we'll be opening voting out to museum and attraction goers, that's right, people across the globe, to help us crown the best of the best. The winners in each category will go head-to-head to win the global title of each category. For example, the best museum in the world. Now, how does that sound? We'll be sharing more information about this in the coming weeks, and consumers will have until mid-January to vote for their favorite museums and attractions in the world. The winners of the best competition will receive an additional marketing package from Tiqets valued at 10,000 euros. Sounds nice, right? So there you have it. Already something to look forward to in 2021, and of course, thanks to Simon, all the way to 2030. But until then, we sincerely hope you and your family and your friends have happy holidays and a delightful new year. We can wait to see what 2021 has in store for us together. Thank you so much. My name is Luis Bracamontes, your host. Hope you have a wonderful evening. Goodbye, everybody.